And you're listening here live on the coolest of the cool, the Koolykool Show with your host, Brent. We're back here for another one here on Sunday Night Vibes. Kicking it here live on this Sunday night. Live here on the coolest of the cool with your host, Brent. Yes, we're rocking it here from coast to coast, north to south, and yes, maybe even in Antarctica. And if you're in Antarctica, give us a shout out. I want to hear, though, if you're listening to our podcast, the coolest show around, the Koolykool Show. We're going to get started here just a little bit. Let you hear my theme music. Yes, this is the official Koolykool song. Theme song. Yep. Sure to follow us on our other social media platforms. You can also follow me on my Twitter and Facebook. Well, yeah. Let's say the YouTube channel is the one that I'm trying to get the most, but I keep getting copyrighted on the YouTube channel. But you can also follow me on the YouTube channel and the TikTok channel, which is Koolykool Show. Yes. You can follow me on my Instagram page, which is Brent_the_champ. So, we're kicking here live on this Sunday night vibes here on the coolest show around, the Koolykool Show. So, if you haven't been told this already, you are special. So, today is Sunday night vibes is always a kind of a chill mood, or chill way, chill beat, chill vibe, whatever you want to call it. Relax, kick up your feet before the new work week starts. And, you know, for many of y'all are probably saying, goddamn, a Monday can go to hell. But it is the beginning of a new work week, not the beginning of a new week. The actual beginning of a week starts actually today, Sunday. Look at your calendars. You will be able to know this. You'll be able to follow this. Look at your calendar. It starts from Sunday to Saturday. Yes. But the work week starts Monday to Friday. And for some people, it's work a little bit after, whatever. So, if you haven't been following the NFL, the two teams now that are in the Super Bowl, and it is a dally of a football season. I don't think anybody's seen this coming, but it is the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Rams. Yes, the Los Angeles Rams and the Cincinnati Bengals earned the right to go to Super Bowl 56, I think. I think it is. I don't know. Maybe. Somewhere up there. I know it's an L and an X or an L and a V and an I or something like that. I think it's an L and a V and an I, which makes that 56 in Roman numerics. But if you watch the game today, you would tell the games were outstandingly played by all teams and all participants in it. It was awesome. It was groovy. It was, how can you say, dazzling. So, but this is actually going to be pretty cool. This is a cool Super Bowl that's going to come up. Cincinnati Bengals have not been to the Super Bowl since the late 80s. I think 88 or 89, one of the two. And that's when they lost to the 49ers. Thought we were going to see a repeat of the Cincinnati Bengals and the 49ers. But the Los Angeles Rams were able to pull out the win, get the W, and earn their right way to play at home in the new built-up Los Angeles Rams football stadium. So they earned the right to play a Super Bowl at their own, stadium. I mean, how awesome is that? Your team gets to play at home, doesn't really have to travel anywhere, doesn't have to go here. You get all the festivities, the fun things all leading up to the Super Bowl weekend. And man, oh man, you get to play at home. I've had said it that my Dallas Cowboys aren't in it, so we're going to just not talk about that right now. But, man, if you watch the Bengals versus Chiefs AFC Championship playoff game, I mean, you thought you might see a little bit of miracle come out from Patrick Mahomes on trying to get the Chiefs back to another Super Bowl run. But it was not meant to happen. They tried, but it seemed like the second half was all Bengals on the comeback trail, even though it looked very bleak, gloomy for the Bengals in the first half as Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs were racking up the scores and points. But then the Bengals somehow managed, led by their quarterback, Joe Burrow, the guy that looks like Macaulay Culkin playing quarterback. So, they were able to squeak out the win. They got the win. They earned their right to go to Super Bowl, and it should be a fun one. I know my dad is a huge Cincinnati Bengals fan, and he's just like ecstatic. I could hear him from my house to his house. He'd be like, "Go Bengals! Yeah, go Bengals! That's what's up! That's what's up!" Yeah, it's always fun times. He's been pushing me to be a Bengals fan since I was a little kid, but I said I don't mind the Bengals. The Bengals, when they have a good team, they have a good team. They don't have a good team, they don't have a good team. It's like the Cowboys. I know when my team is stinking up the joint. I know when my team's pretty hot and good. This season, we're not going to talk about what the Cowboys were doing. So, we're going to move on. Watching the Los Angeles Rams make their way into their win against the 49ers. It was a kind of a weird ending. I know Jimmy G kind of didn't want that way to go down that way. I mean, it was a good close game all the way up to the last couple of seconds. I mean, everything was kind of looking like maybe they might go to, overtime maybe, or one team's going to squeak it out the end. But then at the end, I don't know what happened. A certain play and ball was thrown up, an interception, and then automatically, guess what? Going to take the victory knee, and Matthew Stafford is going to lead the Los Angeles Rams to Super Bowl. And you got to give it to Matthew Stafford. He played with the Lions for so many years. So many years. Did he have to endure no playoffs? Did he have to endure no winning season? Did he have to endure no Super Bowl ever in sight? But then he made the change and came over to the Los Angeles Rams. And automatically, the first time, They're going to the Super Bowl. That's awesome. Congratulations, Los Angeles Rams. And 49ers, you definitely played your hearts out. You beat the Cowboys. We're not going to talk about that, but we're going to move on. Applicate. So, we're going to look in the other realms of what's going on out there. Now, I don't know how many people have been following as far as the COVID variant. Apparently, there must be a new strain or something like that going on. And this one's called the stealth variant. Serious. I think that's what they're naming it. I don't know. But it's a new strain. I guess they're just running out of names. They're making it a third trilogy, I guess. I'm still in favor for each and every person to get their vaccination shot. If you do, you can save somebody. I mean, I look at it this way. I mean, if you get your flu shot, it's a good thing. People can get their flu shot. People can get their vaccination shots for certain things. And people say, I don't know what's in it. It's never been proved by the FDA. Yeah. Don't be misled by misinformation by people who have giving out bad information. So always do your research first. Make your choice on your own. At this point in time, I don't know what the CDC plans on doing, but I think the CDC is probably looking at it as like, look, I don't have a goddamn clue what the hell's happening, but we're just going to say it's the stealth. It's stealthy. It's like, okay, so came with the COVID-19 Delta variant, and the COVID-19 Omicron variant, and now it's the stealth variant. I mean, at this point in time, what's the next one going to be? And a couple months later, it's going to be, the COVID-19 apocalypse, the COVID-19 Armageddon variant, the COVID-19 hell, people just don't give a shit variant. I don't know. It's getting kind of at this point kind of crazy, and people really don't give a damn. People care in a sense to say, if you're sick, stay the hell home. If you're able to work, get your ass to work. But if you're coughing on me, you might get slapped. If you sneeze on me, you might get punched. Hell, if you spit on me, that might be just, let's say 25 and up. 25 to life, maybe. But, it leads to a lot of things, kind of a thought process, and the whole thing is like, we understand that the virus itself is out there, and it's dangerous, and many people have suffered, the painstaking, illness that it is, that the virus comes with. They've gotten sick because of it. And many people have also lost their lives due to this coronavirus. But at this point in time, we're trying to figure out, as more or less I've talked to my radio podcast before, is so many people are coming in contact with this. I mean, is this a strain of possibly a flu? Because it's influenza. I can't pronounce it today. More or less on my shows, I can't pronounce a lot of things. But they say sometimes the virus is it's kind of the similarities to like the flu. I mean, the flu is a little bit more dangerous, is what they've been told us. That if you do get the flu, it could kill you, and you have prone to than what the coronavirus is. The coronavirus affects the respiratory system, and you kind of wonder, what is the whole issue as far as why are they putting so much emphasis on the COVID-19? What is the entire deal? Or does it factor into a certain group? Or does it target a certain people, certain genotype? Things like that. Because personally, there's probably been quite many people that during this whole thing have gotten tested and didn't come back positive for the coronavirus or the COVID-19. So it's kind of wonders, like, and now we're in 2022, and it's kind of wondering, for those who haven't got the coronavirus, have you felt ill or have you felt unwell and you just kind of did what they told you? Wash your hands, stop licking your butt, or stop licking your hands, then put it in your eyes and licking, all that kind of stuff, and maybe you did the things as wash your hands like you're normally supposed to do, use your hand sanitizer. I mean, is this one of these things that could prevent you from this by doing good, I guess maybe hygiene, or good, cleansing of oneself after, I guess going to a store, wiping your hands off, doing this and that, coming home, washing your hands, things like that. I mean, you kind of have to kind of figure, I mean, for those who haven't got the coronavirus, are you doing anything spectacular? Or are you just living your life freely and just saying, what it is, what it is. If it happens, it happens. If I catch it, if I can't. Because many people have who said they caught it and they didn't even realize that. And those that had caught it had said they just felt really extremely tired. So it's very uncertain on how this targets people. I mean, like I said, if you feel sick at all or you're not feeling well, stay home. And if it gets too severe or not, like I said, I'm not a doctor or physician, but I'm going to let you know, if you don't feel too good and you can't handle on the, own home remedies of, getting rest, drinking some tea, maybe some ginger ale or, taking some over-the-counter medicine, obviously go to the hospital, go talk to your doctor, get checked out, see what the deal is. It could be something different, but it seems maybe this virus is affecting different types of individuals with different makeups. One person is not the same as another person. So a person's immune system might be stronger than another person in the event of something coming in contact with them. Now, not everybody can fight off sicknesses or illnesses or not get sick. That's just not happening. Heck, dogs and cats and horses and deer, they get sick. Do they tell you about it? Hell no. The only way we actually know that animals get sick is, for like I said, dogs and cats, is that their nose has to be constantly wet or moist. And if their nose is dry, that's a sign that the animal is sick, because they're not, I guess, doing whatever the makeup is. I could be wrong, but I've been told this. I mean, the dog's nose is always cold, and then they put on you like, what? But, then you have some people letting their dog lick you in your face and all that type of stuff. Look, I'm a big dog lover. I love dogs, but I'm not having a dog lick me in my face, in my mouth. That's not happening. Just not doing it. I'm sorry. People say, well, a dog's mouth, a dog's tongue is much cleaner than a human's. Well, you tell that dog of yours if they smelt their own shit or ate some shit and then they're licking on your face or sniffed another dog's butt. Then you come back and you can talk to me about this, and I can tell you, this is the reason why people need to learn good hygienics and all that stuff. But like I said, every person is different. You might be an extreme dog lover. You just say, well, they're just a different type of person. It's okay to let him lick you in your face. Well, that's on you. I'm just not doing it. All right? It is what it is. My dog can sniff my hand, sniff my leg. I don't really care. But I'm not letting the dog lick me on my face. I don't think the dog... Matter of fact, put it this way. If you bend over or bend down... I said bend over. If you bend down and you actually go up to the dog and you try to give the dog a kiss on the cheek, or the dog has a cheek, give a dog a kiss, or... What is the one thing the dog does? The dog kind of looks head up, eyes looks towards you, and the dog kind of tends to pull away and go the other way from you trying to kiss. Now, the dog might sit there and look at you, but then it come look at you when its snout comes right across your face. The dog's not accepting the fact that you're trying to kiss the dog on the side of the face. Kiss it. No, the dog's like, don't kiss me. Hell are you doing? And dogs will let you know, like, looking at you like, fuck are you doing? Think of that the same way you should look at it as when the next time you let your dog lick you and kiss you on your face. Do what the dog will do. Be like, hold up. Don't be licking me in my face, because you wouldn't like me coming and kissing you on your face, doggy woggy. All right? Now, enough of me talking about the doggy woggy. Got it? So, but I don't even know how I got started talking about the dogs. It started for the whole COVID-19, blah, 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 blah. Yep. So, anyway, gonna look as far as, I think, my last podcast, we had a huge discussion about a Cold War revisited. And if you know what I'm talking about, Russia. Mother Russia. We've built our army back of strong. And we're doing vodka. Before we We party. No one parties harder like the Russian. Oh, yes. We do everything nice and great because we party harder like the Russian. We have our techno clubs and we dance all night to the party. We go swimming in ice cold water. Oh, yes, that's what we do. Yes, Mother Russia. Oh, yes, don't do that. We drink plenty of vodka. I don't know where the term is. I guess because vodka it's like perennially famous in Russia. But I'm pretty sure they don't just drink vodka in Russia. I'm pretty sure they have some form of Kool-Aid, soda, tea, lemonade, iced tea. Pretty sure there's some form of moonshine in Russia. I guarantee that one. Every country does. Maybe not in Afghanistan though. Maybe, I don't know. But I'm telling you, I haven't heard much. I mean, there was a huge talk about it. I want to talk about it because it's a big thing that came up, but in the same sense of, it's just kind of like, what's the big thing? What's going on? Is Russia for real? Or is Russia just waiting it out to figure out what to do with Ukraine? Or telling Ukraine, you better do what the hell we're telling you. And like I said before, it's a very serious thing. And because if you look at this situation, right, and I explain this a little bit, there's a whole bunch of other countries neighboring Ukraine, and Ukraine is the second largest within that part area, Russia being the first. So if they could somehow get a hold of Ukraine, then guess what? You have other countries that are Slavic countries, formerly Russian controlled by the Soviet Union back in the day, that controlled them, and all these countries that used to be controlled by Russia, which are now have established their independence, established that they are no longer part of the Soviet Union. They have already had their country built up. They're identified into the world as their own country. And thus you have Russia, who's basically saying, I want you back. You're mine. I cannot let you go. It's been 30 some odd years in the making. We will take what is rightfully ours. Mother Russia will be complete again forever. And so this has an issue that goes worldwide. So, I mean, but then again, we hope everything becomes a peaceful resolution with, obviously, the NATO and the US is going to sanction the hell out of Russia if they continue this shenanigans. And I'm going to call it shenanigans because the fact is that when you start putting in sanctions, a lot of these countries that, get sanctioned, they're going to be like, damn, motherfuckers really doing this shit. God damn. And it hits a hard blow, even though the countries guys just trying to might up and say, no, we're going to stand tall. We'll do this. But it really hits hard. Like right here, it says, I'm reading an article. It says U.S. sanctions aimed at Russia could take a wide toll. And they're taking a wide toll in Russia because, trust me, around the world, everybody works together secretly. Even though people like to tentatively say that they don't and that they hate another country and they can't stand it. Yes, that is their opinion. That is what they think of. But in reality, they're still saying, yeah, I can't stand you, motherfucker. But it's like, look, you got me, dog, all right? You got me? Like, I'm just saying, I need that thing. But you know what I'm saying? You can't be coming at me like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I tell you can't come. Like, it is what it is. But look, you try to show me from up here, I'm gonna have to stand up. But, you got me on the thing, right, bro? See, it's like that. That's the whole the world is. That's how the world acts, all right? The world cannot rely solely on we're self-sufficient. You can act like North Korea. And you can say, oh, we're North Korea. And we don't need nobody but us. We can sustain ourselves. Look, North Korea has to go out and get sources of certain money in order to help fuel North Korea's empire. It's plain and simple. It's nothing that's not noted. It's nothing that people are not aware of. They have to. They send people from their country to go work in other countries, and they try to pull it under the radar, even though every other country knows the fact that they're doing this and that they have certain sanctions that say, hey, you can't do that, or you have to follow certain parameters, rules, and regulations, blah, 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 yada, yada, X, Y, and Z. But people still do that shit anyway. And they allow the shit happen. Even though it's just working for, North Korea, yeah, you ain't supposed to be working for us, man. But they say, like, all right, because, the other countries and other, governments, they say? Well, if I can get them to work and do things at a half price, a discount price, who's going to complain? I'm still getting what I need taken care of, but I'm just getting at lower cost. And guess what? They're getting a little share at the end to send back to their people. So it all works out after all, right? What are they going to complain? Come on. Look, this is the world we live in, ladies and gentlemen. If you think the world we live in is made up by smoke and mirrors, I don't know what to tell you. I guess you can keep believing in the smoke and mirrors dance. You can keep trying to pretend things aren't as they are. But in reality, the world works in magical wonders. Always does. But anyway, this article had said that the most punishing sanctions that the U.S. officials have threatened to impose on Russia could cause severe inflation, a stock market crash, and other forms of financial panic that would inflict pain on its people, from billionaires to government officials to middle-class families. So basically, Russia's being targeted as far as saying, hey, if you do this, or you're trying to invade Ukraine, or you want to start conflict with Ukraine, what's going to happen? We're going to sanction the shit out of you. And when we sanction the shit at you, guess what? We're going to hit them dollars, bruh. That's what they're saying. They're saying in a polite way, in the layman's term, they're saying, look, fuck with us. We're going to hit them pockets, bruh. And we're going to hit them pockets deep. And when we hit them pockets deep, your people that got deep pockets, it's going to hit them. And trust me, when it hits them people with them deep pockets, them people with them deep pockets are going to be like, shit. Look, go make a call to the, let me put this. Go make a call to the Russian government. Put them on the line. Now look here. We don't understand this. You want them back. That's no problem. But look here. They're sanctioning and fucking with my money. I cannot allow this to happen. Not to me. I fueled money to your government, your organization. I need you to calm it down. Be like, but we need Ukraine. That it used to be. No. You do not understand. We can get the people. We must get the people involved. We must get the people to freely, or free will, to want to come back to us. It might take time. It may take for years. But guess what? It's free will. But what I'm overall saying, these sanctions are running my pockets deep. I cannot allow this to happen. I'm losing money, which means I lose money. You lose money. Which means we all lose money because the world is fueled by the money. Okay. Now let's do some rock and let's do some techno music. Okay. See, it's like that. That's how the whole world is ran. All right. If you think that the world doesn't run on dollar bill, y'all, then you have a severe problem. Because they do. They run on a ton of money. The world does, and that's how they all about it. Right? So, it is broken down into lines like that. So, I mean, once the deep pockets of the Russian and people in Russia that have some deep pockets, they start getting affected, where meaning they're losing their money, they gotta make that phone call. And then you're gonna see how stuff really goes, because they're gonna be like, look, this is affecting me, and we can't have this happen. We just can't allow this to happen, because it's not benefiting anybody else. Because actually, it's really not. It's just only hurting them, because we could always be like, I keep my 20s in my pocket while you have nothing. But we're going to see how this plays out. We're going to see what happens. Like I said, I haven't heard anything much of is Russia withdrawing any of their military, their armed forces off the border at Ukraine's border. So then I suggest, like I said, if they plan to do invade into Ukraine, it's not going to be within the next couple of days or weeks. It's going to be kind of maybe next month or possibly nearing the springtime. They want to give it a little time if they're going to plan to invade, to let the weather warm up just a tad bit, because it's kind of harsh out there, because it's kind of cold. So, and nobody wants to fight in the cold weather. No, it sucks. So, and they're going to try to play this thing right. Because you got to remember, before the Soviet Union fell, the Soviet Union was in war in Afghanistan in the 80s. And they had a real hard, terrible time in Afghanistan. It was probably, well, they compared it. They said Russia, that was Russia's Vietnam when they were in Afghanistan. It was unexpected. They didn't understand. They actually tried to, and if I'm doing my history right, they tried to actually eradicate the entire population of Afghans. I'm thinking, if I'm right, I could be wrong, but don't quote me on it. But as far as I remember, they really tried to just take it over. Okay, let's see here. So on December 24th, 1979, the Soviet Union invades Afghanistan under the pretext of upholding a Soviet-Afghan Friendship Treaty of 1978. As midnight approaches, the Soviet organization mass military airlift into Kabul. I've been to Kabul. I've been there. Involving an estimated 280 transport aircraft. Within a few days, the Soviet had secured Kabul, deploying special assault units in the mountains. Let's see. On December 27th, Baraha, command exile leader of the fraction of Pulan, she installed Afghanistan, had the government and Soviet ground forces entered Afghanistan from the north. Yeah. So we still don't understand what they were doing. So the Mujahideen employed guerrilla tactics against the Soviets. They would attack or raid quickly, then disappear into the mountains. This is exactly the same kind of way. I can remember when I was in Afghanistan, we were fighting the Taliban in the mountains. And if you've ever been to Afghanistan, I tell you right now, it's not too fun fighting people that know the terrain better than you do, and you're fighting them in the mountain. I might tell you a story that one of my stories when I was in Afghanistan, and one of our firefights that I got into. It's very interesting. This to tell you how well these people are and how tough the Afghan. But I just have to get some feedback on if anybody wants to hear about the story, because I do have some war stories to tell, but I might keep it to myself, just to the simple factor if anybody wants to hear it or not. But like I said, I'm not the one going to go out and just say it. I just do have it. But if you'd ask, I'll definitely tell, because I think it's interesting and a lot of people don't know. So, but yeah, it seems as like, the last Soviet soldier crossed back in the show. Yeah, like I said, Afghanistan, Russia was in war with Afghanistan for quite some time throughout the 80s. So, it's a wild one. So, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and it's our halfway point. I'm going to go get something to drink. I'm going to be right back. And we're going to talk some more about what's going on. So, like as always, I'm going to go get something to drink. I'll be right back. I'll be back here with some more of the coolest of the cool, the Koolykool Show with your host, ya boy, Brett. So stick with us. Be right back. All right? Stick with us with more of the coolest of the cool, the Koolykool Show. Be right back. Yeah, we're back here live on the Coolest of the Cool, the Koolykool Show here on this live Sunday Night Vibes. Yes, if you're not known, be sure to follow us on our other social media platform. You can also follow me at my TikTok, YouTube channel, the Koolykool Show. You also follow me on my Instagram page at Brent_the_champ. You also follow me on Twitter, Koolykool2412. So, kicking it here. Yeah. Get in it. Woo! Get it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a nice little transition. So, but we were just talking about, we're leaving life off. We're talking about some COVID-19, talking about the Soviet Union, now Russia, and talk a little about Afghanistan, and yeah, just saying. There's a lot of stuff going on today. Now, like I said, I hadn't heard much of what's going on as far as everything going on. I mean, this could be a diversion of what's really happening. I mean, I did read something. Let's go over here. Well, what do you know? North Korea confirms test of missile capability of striking Guam. Now, if anybody knows anything, apparently North Korea, I don't know, they want Guam too. What's up with these countries? What in other countries? That we're in the modern era at this point, and you just still that disgruntled from shit that happened like 50, 60, 70 years ago, that you're like, I want them, they belong to me. Just like North Korea. I mean, they're at arms. They still like, we will have reunification with the other half of the other half of North of Korea. Reunification. And it's like, do you not see how happy the people are across the border in South Korea with the lights and the glitter and the dancing and hip and hopping and all that stuff? And then you look on the North Korea side, how just desolate, dry, mundane, how stuff is, and you're like, It's like you look over them and the person's looking at you with the look like, this is some bullshit. That's what the North Korea somewhat has a resemblance to. While the South Korea, they're sitting there dancing and like, yeah. And then North Korea, we want the unification. No. Do you think South Korea wants to go reunify with you? Hell no. So I don't know what is. I guess it's North Korea's way of trying to stay somewhat relevant in the element of the world, to let them know, hey, we're still around. You ain't forgot about us. You better not forget about us. So reading here, it says North Korea confirmed Monday it launched an intermediate range ballistic missile capable of reaching the U.S. territory of Guam. Why are they always fucking with Guam? They last were doing something saying, we will try to strike Guam, or we will try to invade Guam. Like, China wants Guam too. Like, China had said something I think it was a year or two ago. China was like, yeah, we want Guam, and Guam should be us. And then they shut the fuck up. Once the U.S. said, you shut the fuck up with that Guam talk. Now all of a sudden, like I said, North Korea is like, well, we're going to test rockets. Why? Like, is it because that's the only way you feel we're trying to shoot it past Guam and into the ocean? No. Stop shooting shit over another country. They're going to take it and be like, you motherfuckers are shooting a little bit too close. It's eventually about to be one time where you shoot and the motherfucker accidentally lands on their territory. And now you even started some shit that you can't get your ass out of. So, the North's most significant weapon launch in years, as Washington plans to show its commitment to its Asian allies with an un-Pacific move, meaning they don't have a fucking clue how they're going to go ahead and deal with this. Just like, it's probably a hidden message within all this. It's probably like what I just said. They're going to probably send them a message saying, we're dealing with some shit over here. Unless you want us to come bust you upside your goddamn head, stop doing dumbass shit. Alright? And that's probably what you're getting out of the whole realm as far as what the U.S. is. Like, people always They love to hate on the U.S. Everybody love to hate on the U.S. Everybody's, oh, America, y'all need to fix your own damn problems. Y'all suck too, y'all. Look, we Americans know we have our own damn issues, but goddamn, when some shit always pops off, who does the rest of the goddamn world look to? Oh, you think they're looking to Mexico? Oh, really? Okay, I don't know. Okay, got you. No. You think they're looking to the countries in Africa? No. They ain't looking at them. Okay. Let's see. Let me see. Let's see. Do you think they looking to South America? It was Brazil, Portugal. Yeah. No. They're not looking at them either. No. What about America? Yeah, they got the money, the power, respect, right? They eating right, they living right, they cooking right. Oh yeah. They're looking to America all the time. Everyone does. And right? Forget about it. So that's the truth. Whether you hate it or not, that's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, well, when you hear that song, that means we didn't came to the end of another wonderful and great episode, and especially here on this Sunday Night Vibes, here, live on the Koolykool Show with your host, Brent, kicking here live on this Sunday night, January 30th, 2022. Whew. Baby. So, if I haven't told you already, be sure to follow us on our other social media platforms. You can follow me on my Twitter account at Koolykool2412. You can also follow me on my Instagram page at Brent_the_champ. You can also follow me on my TikTok and YouTube channel. If I'm not already, let's see, copyrighted. It's the Koolykool Show. So we talked a lot of good things. Maybe some things new. Maybe some things not new. Still looking for Bigfoot. Do aliens exist? I bet they fucking do. Do aliens visit people at night? I don't know. If they do, stay the hell out of my goddamn fridge. Leave my damn turkey sandwich the hell alone. So, anyway, thank you for listening, each and every one of you. So, as always, take care and have a good one. You heard it here, live on the Coolest of the Cool, the Koolykool Show. Your host, Brent. Thank you. Take care.